Hi guys, welcome back to C2C. I have Amit sir with me. He's from ISBR. मैं introduction दे देता हूँ sir का. Sir has been working from last 33 years.
Yeah.
उसमें से 25 years he has spent in the industry.
Yeah.
8 years with ISBR. Last position जो था sir का वो था Vice President JP Morgan Chase. And at ISBR, sir is a director of corporate engagement and career advancement of students. By the way,
Yep.
sir, I'm excited to have you on this podcast.
Pleasure.
Would love to understand what are the things you are changing in ISBR, because when I talk to a lot of students in the market, they are interested, but they want to understand that what's happening with the placement, because this year placement has been the buzzword. So what is ISBR up to, sir, when it comes to placement?
So I think the entire system, when I look at the ecospace of placements and the learning part,
Okay.
ISBR has been pivotal and I would say leading the front in terms of how qualitatively it can upskill the students and make them ready for the futuristic skills which the industry is looking for.
Okay.
So the whole objective is basically how we are making the students ready for the future. So for keeping that in mindset, the curriculum development, the training that is happening, the deep-rooted industry connections, getting real practices to the campus in terms of very specialized niche kind of courses helps the students to get themselves equipped with what they need to be ready for the industry challenges.
Okay.
As a result of which, what's happened in the placement is every year, not only we have added at least 10 to 15 recruiters, but also the type of roles which have come up are
Okay.
very niche. Roles
Okay.
coming up in the space of consulting, which has come up predominantly. Now, when I say consulting, it's not any consulting.
Okay.
It is domain functional consulting in the fintech space, consulting in the
okay.
space of, business analytics, consulting in the space of HR transformation, digital transformation, business transformation in the digital mode.
Okay.
So those are things which are happening as a result of which the packages have gone up, the quality of roles have gone up, and the students have felt, I would say, benefited, and the ROI for them has really made a difference. So if I throw some stats to you, I mean, if I look at it from the point of view of average placements, it's gone up almost by 25% as compared to last year.
Oh, okay.
The reason I say so is not because my band of what used to be around 6 to 8 lakhs in the initial has now moved up to 7 to 10 lakhs. So most of my placements happening are in that bucket.
That band,
If
okay.
it goes upwards from 10 onwards, from between 12 to 15, it's the second layer. And then 15 upwards is the last layer, which is your niche and the cream. So if you look at the normal curve distribution, it has moved in a very significant way. And that's why now my average is definitely beaten the past.
Okay.
And even if I look at now, it's still improving because we are yet to close our 23, 25 placements with process in place. Now you get roles like, from companies like Bosch, Siemens,
Oh,
Morgan
nice.
Stanley. You get roles from
Bosch comes on campus?
Bosch, Siemens came on campus. They picked
Nice.
up. They came for one. They picked up 4.
Good.
That tells you about the quality that the students were able to create an impact. And the recruiter said, it's my mistake. I came to a campus last. Next time coming first time.
Wow.
So that is basically what we are doing at ISBR, and the effect is seen in the placements when you see that kind of opportunities. So we really we're mindful of the package, we are mindful of the money, but more importantly, we are mindful of what students are going to take in terms of their learning as applicable in the field of
Understood.
corporates when they join. So I
Understood.
think that is making a big difference, and the transformation mindset is shifting. So
Right.
when we talk to students also for the new batches, they all talk less about the packages, they talk more about the roles, what is happening. in the
Right, that's
skills.
important.
So they talk about the upskilling part, they talk about the industry connect, they talk about the kind of companies we collaborate with, what kind of courses we are doing. So those things are something which have really upped the ante in terms of the way we have evolved, and it will continue. This year we have started some new initiatives which is led by my team in the field of career tracks. We have started something niche courses, capsulized courses, only on practices like management consulting.
Yeah, I wanted to spend some time on this and give me an idea that what these courses are.
Sure. So these are very carefully identified courses,
Okay.
which we have understood from the past of companies coming to our campuses for the kind of roles they wanted. And
Okay.
they could not find the kind of people because we were not spending enough amount of time on that. So we said, let's go look back and understand what industry is talking about. We got in touch
Nice.
with many industry partners who have been working in this field. And this is something you should be doing because it's not happening even in the best of best B schools. I mean, not even today, if you look at Bangalore, none of them is doing this kind of a concept of career track, which I got it confirmed from many of the experts who have come here. So when I talk to them, we have created a boot camp in the field of consulting. There are 2 boot camps. One has already happened in management consulting, where we are offering it only as a premium education to students who really are for it. What does that mean? So I'm not offering it to all. I offer it on a plate that
Right.
you apply. Then you pass the test. It's a filtration process. And then you go for the study, and then you pass it with a certification exam. So there's
That's
a filter
good.
every layer. So what was the batch of 302 which showed interest? I only have 34 students who are really the people who cleared boot
Yeah.
camp. That's
Nice.
10%. So 90% have got filtered out. No,
Okay.
that's not bad. That's good because then you have the real interested focus
Exactly.
ones whom you can do good for them. Similarly,
Right.
we have done on the founders track. And these courses, mind you, none of them is taught, delivered, design is not curated by ISBR.
Okay.
It's all
So-
industry.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to make it a little easy for my audience. So, 3 new programs or career tracks wherein ISBR is training their students now. Number 1, Founders Office.
Founders Office, Management Consulting, Financial
fintech.
Fintech, Financial Consulting, and IT Consulting.
Superb. Superb. So, this is good. So, you will be, like, if you become a part of ISBR or those who are at ISBR, will get to learn Founders Office कैसे काम करता है,
Yes.
Financial Consulting में क्या चीजें होती है,
Exactly.
FinTech के लिए कैसे resume बनाना है, उसका skill set क्या है. Good stuff, sir. This is
Absolutely.
really appreciable.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Now, sir, I have been, been talking to a lot of students on the campus since morning, and a lot of students been appreciating the fact that you guys have a lot of training sessions and a lot of, the giants from the industries are coming on the campus. आज भी मुझे लगता है BCG के कोई head यहाँ पे आए थे, and under your leadership this is happening.
Yeah.
I want to understand, क्या हम इसको placement में capitalize कर पाए हैं? And if yes, then if you can name few companies जो यहाँ पे आती है.
So let me give you about the capitalization of placements.
Yes,
it's a
please.
very organic process.
Nice.
So it will all start like today's. If I give you the example, we have already closed the deal. We've closed the session with the agreement that they will be mentoring our students. Now, when they
Nice.
mentor my students, automatically they are connected with the talent.
Nice.
That automatically translates into an opportunity.
So that's BCG agreeing to mentor your
Yes.
kids. Wow, congratulations, sir.
So that is already done. And similar thing, we have got a similar consent also from other partners. Like we've got a similar consent from Google. We've got a similar
Wow.
consent from Amazon.
Wow.
So they're all willing to partner on the mentoring part because they
Nice.
love to do that. And we're only talking to the like-minded people who are passionate about it. It's not like any person coming from a brand, but we don't see that instinct in terms of that person connecting with the industry. Doesn't work. I'll tell you one more example. This is as recent as yesterday.
Yeah.
This is an example of an alumni of ISBR, a very senior person, the head of HRD head of Cinepolis. He's a country
Cinepolis.
head, Cinepolis
Nice.
head.
Okay.
He mentored one of my student of HR for the batch of 23-25, and this girl got a job under his mentorship with KPMG yesterday as a senior analyst.
That's a good news.
Now that's something which is initiative taken. So like that, we have got roughly 50 to 60 alumni who are mentoring the students of ISBR,
Good.
which they have been picked up on a voluntary basis, which is like a mentor-mentee mapping. So it's not like I'm allotting. I'm telling them, you talk to these kids, you mentor whom you want to mentor. So there's a like-mindedness
Perfect.
already, and there's going to be an effective outcome.
So you're not pushing it actually.
No push
This
from
is
here.
so good. Yeah. Perfect.
So these are things. Now this has resulted into a lot of new companies coming up. For example, we had companies like I told you, Bosch Siemens had come up. We had Morgan Stanley which came up, State Street which came up. Then we had companies like Mu Sigma which has come. They have
Yeah.
taken student over here. We had FactSet. FactSet is one of the leading financial technology company today in the field of consulting. Believe you me, till the last year, if you see the graph, first time they came 0 selects, then 1, then again 0, this time 4.
Wow.
Now, how did that 4 happen? That 4 happened organically through these interventions because they went through the real-time learning which happened through multiple interventions. So what we have also done is kind of institutionalize the deep learning concept with the help of industry partnership. It's not just you come here for placements. See, they have to see the benefit, and that happens when you start early. Then they see the talent, they interact, they see the quality, and they pick up.
Okay.
So the confidence building is already there. So that way we have been able to, get those kind of, companies. KPMG has come, PwC have come, ANZ has come. So
Wow.
these are companies which are repeat recruiters. L'Oreal
Okay.
has come. They have hired
Nice.
people from here. So these are big names. And then we have companies like Trinamics. Again, a niche consulting company in the field of operations and supply chain. This time, ISBR hosted a campus drive for 12 campuses, 400 students in ISBR across different B schools. And we had one select at a package of 10 LPA. So that is
Not
the way.
bad.
So this is what we are doing.
Perfect.
And culmination to me is placements. So for me, placements, yes, for the market, for the people, is starting point. But for us, it's a culmination point.
True that. It's a
through
process
this.
for you. Understood. Understood. So, under your leadership, you have been training a lot of students, right? So when students come in, not everybody is smart enough. They come in here as a raw product. how do you and your team, make sure that, at the end of the year, maybe second year, they become a finished, polished product? What are initiatives you do at ISBR?
Okay, great. So when I talk about myself and my certain members of my
Yep.
team, I, for one, always believe in outreaches to the students in terms of right even before they have explored the management schools across India. I start doing that. And I do a lot of outreach sessions, talking to them and understanding what their perspective is, not as an ISBRian, but as a person from the industry. And then when the starts of admissions happen, I'm part of the selection process. And then I also do some amount of mentoring to them before they onboard to ISBR. So that is the journey from start to the time they've onboarded. Thereafter, what we do is that we've started something called as ambassadorship.
Okay.
So where we have a clearly identified opportunities for my vertical, where I want students to start working. Students have to be part of it. So we have hired some interns. We call them ambassador, but technically they are interns who are interning with my department. There are 12 students across different domains who are interning with me for the last 1 year. So what they are doing is that we have made them exposed to the industry.
Okay.
We are giving them the narrative, the scaling perspective, how to talk to a CEO, a COO, a CHRO, those kind of
C-suite
people.
folks, yeah, got it.
So the reason is because tomorrow when they interact with them at any forum, regardless of placements, internships or whatever, that confidence, that perspective, that alignment is there. They don't have to be nervous. They don't have to find a frozen feet in terms of how do I approach, how do I talk. So with that, what has happened, they have created a 200 exclusive HR network for us, which is going to be helpful in terms of the future advantages. Now, these kids who created that last year are now talking to them for career opportunities, which those companies can provide to HR, to the students of ISBR. So it's not going to be only for them. It's not that. So they represent the student fraternity and they're making it happen. So that way, the industry knows these people and they know ISBR.
Okay,
So that way
that's
it
nice.
becomes pretty organic in terms of why they should not come. In fact, as I speak, on a daily basis, these students are sharing a lot of opportunities which these connects have given to them. Could be internships, could be placements, could be live projects. So we prepare them on multiple interventions because it's important for them to go through the grill.
True that.
So the point is, while they are nervous, they are raw and everything, but when you put them into this kind of a system, they will open up. And I believe that students have that knack. It's only that you have to give them the direction,
Yes.
you have to give them the right hand, and they will definitely prosper. Having said that, we are also mindful of certain things which I bring in the corporate culture, where if you are someone who is just trying to idle away time, you're not contributing at all.
हाँ, तो फिर problem है.
Then we simply say, boss, you're out of my department.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
fact, last year, I had 11. I have replaced 6 of them this year, and I got 6 new people. So it's very simple, so that they understand, it's not something for given.
Yeah.
You've got to earn it.
Thank you so very much, sir, for giving
Pleasure.
some time. I know you've been
Pleasure.
really busy, but thanks a lot for giving some time.
Thank
And
you.
guys, do hit that like button for sir's efforts and his guidance and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much, sir. Means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.